Hello there. Today I'm doing a bit of a castle tour. My main castle is here. I always build here. Let's get in before those guys come here. Okay. So here I have just a corridor, basically, and my herb storage. Which, like, these have been very full, but I've been turning a lot of the flowers into, pollen for some crafting stuff. I'm gonna bring these to the other castle, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, this is a lot of flowers. I'm well aware. This is a lot. I know. Trust me, I know. Let's go in the wolf farm so I can be a bit faster. Here I have a little worship room sort of thing with the passives unlocking table, which I could replace now since I don't need it anymore, but I don't know, I kind of like having it. Here we have stables. I should actually summon my horse back because it's upstairs.
Bend
it's
to my
annoying me.
will.
I just like having multiple horses, okay? I know I only need one horsey, but I like having lots of horses. So, you know, lots of horses. I haven't done this before with this area, and here I'm planning on having a meadow sort of thing. Up. Like soon TM. Here I have some tombs with skeletons. Yep. This I call like the actual lobby. Here I have blood. I had to put another blood cabinet in here. It's annoying, but like I have different kinds of bloods. I don't have any mutant blood yet. But yeah, I have bloods there. A nice little cozy nook. Waygate. The eyes, and my legendary storage. Since I only carry the Reaper, the Twin Blades, and the gun when I'm running around and doing things. Here's a little dump where I dump things sometimes when I'm like emptying my slaves and stuff. This is a treasury. This corridor is a treasury, and I have the crafting rooms along the corridor. Here I have jewel crafting, which I also decorate a little bit. In the game with the boys, we have a lot of chests for the jewels here. But yeah, here's jewel crafting. This used to be the slave room, but in this game I've upped the amount of slaves to 35, so I repurposed this room for my like transmog cabinets. And I have the music box here. Here I have the Stygian summoning circle. I think in the next castle, because I'm always going to be building in this lot, I think in the next castle I'm going to do what I did in my solo game before the patch. And I have this upstairs, and there was like a prison tower up top. That's pretty cool. Castle Heart is always there. My bedroom in the solo game is here. In the game with the guys, this is like a nice little like living room sort of area. Also, I color code the rooms, so I don't have to think too much. Here is the alchemy room for mixing blood and pressing the blood and making potions and stuff, of course. Then I have tailoring in here, tailoring, leatherworking, all of that stuff. And some of these are automated so that they're like pushing things to the other looms. So like for example here, I've been making coarse thread, and it gets sent here to make wool thread, which gets sent here to make ghost yarn. And then I've been also making shadow weave here. And this one has been making cloth, which I was also pushing here. Here I have the furnaces, the weapon making things. I have some weapon storage, so I can yoink some. I need to like scrap around some of these, but yeah, this is the furnace and weapon crafting room. Here I have the fusing forge. Here's my knowledge room. Like, I don't need this anymore. Like, I've discovered everything, but I like having it here. It's cool. I can also jump down from here, but that's not. And here I have the sawmills and the grinders and the woodworking table. And yeah, so like, since this is a treasury, like here I have leather in this cabinet. Here I have cloth and the silkworms. Here I have metals and glass, stone. Well, these should be going into that cabinet. And here I have wood. Here I have knowledge stuff. Oh, my blood is running low. Here I have tech scrap, fishies, coins. That was full the other day, so I made another coin box. More jewels, trippy mushrooms, gems. Not red stuff. Red stuff. Teaching shards. Here is like some gear for slaves. Oh, I need to finish crafting some stuff. Though the slaves in this castle are fully geared up. Oh, actually, I want to refill my blood without actually using a blood. So, this is what I do. I take this. Sorry, this is like taking him some time, but I don't want to waste blood.
I bet your heads were lost. Thanks in advance. Dance for me. You're done.
This way, you can refresh your blood without actually using your blood. Oh fuck, another response. I don't need to kill anyone. Let me out! That can stay there for the next time that I want to refresh. Let's go upstairs. Here I have the pedestal for Dracula's neck, which I'm wearing, but I still want to have it. Here I have a little dining room sort of thing. Here's a little living room situation. Here I have my prison. I miss having my prison tower. It was cool. But yeah, I have 2 floors of prisons here. I need more worker blood. Maybe. Like with the prison walls, I like to, like, when I have like a area like this where I don't have a prison, I like to where's the prison wall? Here. I like to use these things to add some extra, you know, decor to the room. But yeah, here's a prison. Here I have all the other pedestals and many lights, and of course the Throne of Darkness. Oh, here's a little balcony with blood roses. Here I have my redistribution engines. I've seen some people do some cool things with them, but I haven't bothered. They can jump down from here. Here's like a little bathhouse sort of thing, room thingy. A lot of this, like, up here is just like decorative. Oh yeah, I should have gone from. There's a 2-story high like worship room down there. on the second floor of that. Oh yeah, here I have some target dummies. So I can like smack them. I didn't really know what to do with this space. So that's why that's a thing. I love purple. Okay? I love purple. I did consider putting lights above these like benches or couches or whatever. But I kind of like the mystery. I have some like floating lights on the second floor, but they don't really add light to this room floor. I had a little like nook somewhere. Oh yeah, this is Draco's room. This is okay, but I like making rooms that are simple that Draco would like because I am a creature of chaos. Problem is, I have so many lights that they start to flicker, which is kind of annoying. I don't know if it's like a problem with the game or a problem with my computer. Up here I have my slaves. I've also seen people do like very creative things for their slaves, but I like to just put them in one room and have them there. Like when I have these like awkward little like one tile areas, I like to put like a statue or some candles or something there. Here's another little nook with a chair, and yeah. And like here's the view. I just wish that the lights didn't flicker because this is annoying. I left the door open there. And here's like a dining slash like conference room with like a buffet. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. This is just a lot of purple. A lot of purple lights. Choo! So yeah, that's my main castle. We can take a look at my garden as well. Here I have like a nice meadow area with mixed flowers. I think it's so pretty. I am kind of tempted to like just remove all these flowers here and turn this whole place into a meadow. But I do like these like, you know, dedicated areas for each flower. And like with the matching color candles. My trippy shrooms have grown back. I'm trying to get more spores from these. I've been very unlucky. I want to fill like this area with the trippy shrooms. Yeah, here I have 2 areas full of grapes almost, and I need to fill the rest of this up. And this build, I'm so sad that 2 of the deer died. Here I have a little, like when I'm harvesting the herbs, I'll just like throw them here. And I've built this up because I want to have a roof over the area, sort of, which is just a flat surface. So that like during daytime, I can also come and harvest without getting burned by the sun. But kind of want to have this as well, so I can like look down and admire my flowers from up here. And then I have, like here I have a very tiny cottage, which is, this is all it is. There's a deer here, a window, castle heart, and a way gate. This is all. There's nothing else in this build. And this one is very pink. And it's gonna have a garden. It already has cherry trees, both white and pink ones, but I haven't planted any flowers here. Like, this is all that this is. So I'm not gonna show more of that. And I did start converting some nuns into slaves, but I haven't really done much with this space because I got distracted by other things. There's a few like other guys here. There's a bear, another bear, a crow, and a tower that goes up, and then there's a throne of darkness up there. Oop. But yeah, I haven't like added lights or anything here. I can look down. Jump. It jumps so violently. I don't understand why it does that. And we can go back to the main castle. And I can show I have oh yeah, I have some other things to show. I have the so here I have a graveyard build right next door. I don't have a gateway gate there, but I can just, you know, fly up and go here. I've planted some trees and there's graveyards down there. I don't really want to land because it's full of skeletons and I don't want to fight them right now. I have a tower. I like towers. And you can see the main castle from up here. Which is basically just a monolith. I don't really care about making the outside look interesting or fancy or, you know, like, I do appreciate the look that some people manage to like get with their builds, but I prefer to focus on making the inside nice and livable and functional over having a pretty outside. I did try out making a pretty outside the other day. I'll show that as well, but I got really annoyed and bored and I just gave up on it because it's not that easy to like get to places in here. I'll show the outside first because it's pretty cool outside. There's a throne of darkness there and it's very symmetrical. Oh, it's missing wall coverings. It has towers like this on each side. Like, it is massive, but there's a lot of wasted space because stairs. And like the bottom floor, like I've raised this whole thing up. Like here, I have the castle heart, of course. And then I have prisons. Why do I have a mosquito here? Oh, okay. And then like here I would have slaves, and it's the same on both sides. And this corridor is a treasury. Oh yeah, I need to put on my other cloak. And then I like these go up. But like there's floors that I can't really reach easily. And that's very annoying. Oh, there's a door missing. Like, yeah, it looks cool, but it's just not functional, and I like a functional space, you know? Okay, how do I... Like, this here, like, I can't get to the next floor from here. I have to go back to the freaking staircase, like, tower. And this is why I don't think that, like, designing with the outside in mind is a good fit for me because my brain just doesn't work like that. And here's well, like, I have to go. Oh, this fucking tree is clipping through the wall, and that pisses me off. Like, I like a big tower for the throne because it's a grand, big element. It's so massive. Like, I don't want to just have it in like a 2-story room. I want a massive tower for it. But yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'll ever finish this build. I'm just so annoyed by it. So yeah, there's that. I much prefer the castle I built there in my solo game before the patch came out. I might do a tour of that sometime soon, TM. But yeah, I like this. I like having a corridor and then having all of the crafting spaces right like next to it. And I prefer to have my main castle and then having a separate garden castle build. I know that's not like feasible for everybody, like if they play on a server with other people and you can only have like one castle, but like this is how I like to play the game. So yeah.